welcome to part 3 of the Don't Stop Believing grooves. One thing I forgot to mention in part 2 when we looked at the first groove was leading into that there's a fill which is played as something that we call an 8th note build. If you're not familiar with the term 8th note build, we're playing a floor tom and snare drum in unison. And there's two different ways we can play an 8th note build. We can either play that kick note on all the quarter beats, so 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can also play it in unison with the snare drum and the floor tom, so all the 8th notes as well. What's important with the 8th note build is that we make sure that we get those dynamics in there. So we're doing what we call a crescendo across the pattern. Crescendo, for those of you that are not too sure what that terminology means, a crescendo means getting gradually louder. Okay, and that's what gives us our build before we get the bosh release going into the groove. Okay, so nice and steady for you. This is what you're going to get. Also, when we come out of the fill, the downbeat of the very first bar of that 2-bar repeating pattern is played with a crash. So you're going to get something like this. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... Alright, I'll do that again for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Alright, so there's the fill that leads into that chorus groove. This track has really got quite a long intro before we actually do anything. So there's an 8-bar instrumental intro. Then there's the verse for 8 bars. Then there's another 7 bars where we're not doing anything until the end of the 8th bar of that, where we've got the bosh bosh. Nice and technical. Bosh bosh. I think you know the part that I'm meaning. Then there's another 6 bars of rest before we come in with that 8th note build. Alrighty. Okay, cool. Moving on. So we've played that 14 bars, or that 2-bar repeating pattern that we looked at in part 2 7 times. So quick recap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and... Alright, so we've played that. We've played that 2-bar repeating pattern 7 times to give us our 14 bars. Before we go into the next groove with the next little bit of melody with the right hand, we've got crashes with the kick. So across those 2 bars we get 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and... Again. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and... Alright. it's in unison with the rest of the band, so you'll hear it. I just added it. I just thought I'd add it in just so you've got kind of like a complete picture. Okie dokie. So groove number 2. So it's important that you spend time with the first groove that we've covered off in part 2, because that's forming the basis for this next groove. Okay, so our snare drum is on 2. Oh, of course the hi-hats are driving through all those 8 notes. 4 on the floor, that's a given. So backbeat on 2, 1, 2, and our mid-tom on 4, 4. But before we play that mid-tom on the and the 3, we've got the bell of the cymbal, or the ride cymbal. Okay, so playing that bar super slow for you, okay, you're going to get this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, bell, mid. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Alright? That's the first bar of our new 2-bar repeating pattern. The second bar of that 2-bar repeating pattern, again, our snare drum backbeat is on 2. High tom on the and of 3. Floor tom on the and of 4. With the addition of the bell on the downbeat of beat 3. So again, nice and super slow for this bar. We're going to get this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'll do it correctly this time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright, so putting both those bars together, we're going to get this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. That's the 2-bar repeating pattern that leads us into verse 2 and also takes us through verse 2. So we play that 2-bar pattern 4 times into verse 2. We play it 7 times through verse 2. Then we get 1 bar of it, which is the first bar, with the difference that we get just the quarter note downbeat here on beat 4. Okay, so that 1 bar on its own will be like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, then we're followed by an 8th note build for 1 bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then that takes us into the 3rd groove that we're going to look at in part 4. Okay, So that's part 3. Again, all the links are below this video, where you can to the website that you can download the PDF. I'm Julian, Drum Lessons by Julian, and this was part 3 of Don't Stop Believing Drum Grooves. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in part 4.